Let's go.
Did you start to panic a little bit? It looked like turnovers and fouls in that first quarter for a second.
No, because it's a long game. Not in panic would not be the word. I was just pissed. Yeah, I don't know how you can write that, but just that, we didn't take good care of the ball early. But we missed some easy shots too. I mean, we missed 2 layups. We missed a wide open 3. And then you add the turnovers to it. But we showed great poise, getting back close at the end of the quarter. I think we cut it to 5. And then, had a really dominant second quarter. And, the bench was the difference. 49 points off the bench. Shakira gets 20 and 8. Kennedy Burke comes in. Shatori has a great game. Rui just finds people. And, we thrived with the bench on the floor, and we had to because of our minutes limit on everybody too. So.
Quickly before I forget, any update on Maisha?
I don't want to be the medical person. It's not a serious injury. I think it's more a deep thigh contusion, which who knows what that'll mean for later in the week. But at least it's not a structural thing.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of the bench, I wanted to go back to them. Is this what you kind of envisioned a little bit? We keep talking about how deep this roster was going to be once everyone's here, and now everyone's kind of getting here.
Except every time we have somebody, and then when somebody goes down, and Elena's going home tomorrow, and Elizabeth will take her place, and thank God we have Elizabeth on Friday, because I don't know what my situation is going to be. We'll see a couple days what it looks like. But you just kind of have to scrape through all of this, and that's why we've been trying to do what we've done.
What clicked with Shakira today? I don't know if it's a click, but she just keeps growing and growing.
Yeah, she's playing aggressive. She's worked on her shooting every day. Particularly with Safu and Latoya every day on shooting form and finishing, and she gets us going because her defense covers for everybody. I told her the next thing I got to get her to do is when she blocks shots, start it as a fast break instead of going in the stands.
And just one last thing from me. Kennedy didn't ease herself in. She kind of came out and was bouncing.
She was great. It's why we wanted her on this team. I don't know how we're going to figure out minutes, but we'll figure it out somehow. And, we got to, she comes in, and defensively, she just made some big plays, gets a steal, gets a rebound in traffic. And she's already a pretty good shooter. So I was thrilled with how she played.
Perfect. It's good for me. Thank you.
All right, Coach, we'll head over to Zoom, and we will start with Jen.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win.
Thanks.
That Shakira-Elena combination looked pretty good, particularly in the second half. How do you like those two playing together, and how do you think they work well off each other?
Well, they have totally different skill sets. Shakira is the more dominant defensive player and shot blocker, and clog up the lane. Elena uses her length on defense to bother people and contest. But offensively, you have Elena who can play anywhere on the floor, and Shakira, everybody tries to use their other post player to help on Elena. And what we do is Shakira just kind of cleans up the mess. If they leave her to help, she gets to offensive rebound position. We found her for some passes inside. But somebody that size that can finish around the rim, it's hard to leave them. We have faced that enough, defensively for ourselves against other big post players, and we might have our own answer in that regard now.
And then, obviously the bench was a huge factor, but with Tosh coming back, how do you assess how she played, and do you give her credit for some of that poise you guys showed after getting into that deficit?
No question. But our bench made the first comeback.
Right.
They got us back to close, and then she came back in the second quarter and picked up and kind of pushed the tempo for us. And, because of her size as a guard, first of all, she can see over people and make plays. And then, we saw the defensive end. I think it's as much the defensive end. I mean, we saw what Enrique did to us, last weekend. And tonight we come out and hold her to 3 for 12. And, Natasha and Shatori had her quite a bit of the game.
And then last thing for me real quick, based on what I could see on TV, it didn't look like Maisha was on the bench for the second half at all.
She was getting treatment, ice wrapped up.
Got it. Thanks.
We'll go to Christy.
Hey, Coach, congratulations on a great win. With Kennedy, what did you like about what she presented in her first game with you guys?
Well, I mean, just kind of what I just said. I mean, she defended, she got some steals early. She just made good, smart basketball plays. And when you have somebody new walk in and have one day of, a shoot around, that's pretty impressive.
And with Shakira and the confidence that you said that she's gaining, putting in that time, what does that feel like for you to see her really competitively get more mature so quickly in the season?
Oh, I don't know. She just walked in the room. I'm not going to say anything nice about her. I'm not going to say anything. No. I mean, she knows that, she's on a team where she doesn't have to carry the load, but she's still expected, to be a diligent pro every day. And defensively, she has done that from the start. And now she's finding ways to play off of our other post players to get scoring attempts too. And, like I said at the start, she's worked diligently with coaches every day on her shooting. And, that's going to keep getting better as we go.
Thank you.
Wayne.
Hey, Coach, one of your themes this year was mental toughness. You get down big on the road. What was it that sparked that comeback?
Well, you just use the two words. I mean, we do have mental toughness on this team. I think that's, when we've been at our best, we've kind of relished shutting up crowds on the road. And that's a great feeling when, crowds going crazy and all of a sudden you score like 3 times in a row on them and it goes quiet and you hear the groans. That's a great feeling for a team on the road.
And last, Coach, it was fresh in your mouth after that loss. But again, what did you like from this game compared to that last game back at home against Dallas?
I mean, all the same things, toughness when the team has a lead and you come back. We took care of the ball in the second half. We had 10 turnovers at halftime and 3 in the second half. We ended up with, I think, 23 or 4 assists, and we stayed out of foul trouble in the second half.
All right, Coach. Looks like that's all the time we have for right now. Thank you.
And how huge were they able to kind of come in that second quarter, and especially sparked by Shakira and kind of get you guys through that kind of lethargic stretch?
Yeah, I mean, our bench won this game for us. Like, we came out pretty awful, as you saw, and they just came in, they played phenomenal defense, and then they were flowing offensively. This one was pretty darn good. Funny story, she forgot to take her practice shorts off, so she had double shorts, so she thinks she's Michael Jordan now, so she's gonna have to do that every game. But I'm so proud of this team. Like, this feels great. This is what you need in a really good team. Like, you need players who are going to step up in different nights when things just aren't flowing. And that's exactly what happened. And then KB, it's like, hey, nice to meet you. Come in and help carry us. Let's go. So it was a really great road win. They're a really tough team to play, especially on the road. So really happy about this win.
What just was working so well today? Was it just kind of, that's just how the game kind of flowed, or did you come in and know the team needed a boost and consciously said, okay, maybe I can do it?
Yeah, I felt just, watching the game start, I felt like, we did start a little slow, a little just hesitant with certain things. And, I just felt like we just needed to be more aggressive. And, when mine went down, I just felt like, we had to up our energy. So that's just what I tried to come in and do.
Does defense get you going on the other end also? 'Cause, I
Definitely.
mean, couple blocks. there's
Definitely. A couple of bad calls too, but yeah, it definitely gets me.
Don't say that, you'll get fined.
Oh, great calls, great refs. Yeah, thank you.
I got her, I got
All
her.
my dollars.
Well, how good did you feel on the defense?
I felt pretty good. I feel like, my man still scored a little too much. I can get better with my coverages, just helping my teammates communicating. But I felt like I was able to take up a lot of space.
Quick and easy for me.
Thank you.
We will go to Christy.
Great win, ladies. Shakira, this one's for you, and then I have one for Elena. So when you just played Dallas on Friday and then you turn right back around and play them again, what kind of competitive advantage did you feel that you had because of the quick turnaround and playing?
Yeah, I think that was just, a great opportunity to just make adjustments. I went back, watched film, and just was able to just kind of put together the pieces of what I could have did better and what I felt like, the team could have done. So I just applied that to my defense today and it just translated.
And Elena, at the beginning of the season, everyone was talking about the defense and the depth, and those two things really came to fruition today. What is that like to see things continue to evolve for this 4-1 team right now in that regard?
It's really exciting to see, especially this early in the season, to see players just step up and to really grit it out on defense and know at some point the offense is going to come. That's something we can really keep getting used to, keep doing, and know that's what this team is about.
Thank you.
We'll go to Jen.
Hey, Elena, Shakira. I've got two questions. First one, just for both of you. How was it having Tosh back? Elena, I know she was tweeting all day about being the Robin to your Batman, but how was it having her back?
It's incredible. I mean, Tosh she's so great for us as a leader. She's vocal, she's emotional, she brings so much. And then she also brings calm, but she brings pace. And then defensively, she is so hard to go against. She's going to make it so tough for the best player on the other team every single night. So thank goodness she's back. She's off live game tweeting. Tosh is huge for us. So we tried to hold it down as best as we could. I think we did all right, but to have her back now is huge.
And then Elena, just how was it for you? Traveling, playing in a road game, kind of a new thing for you. How was it?
Weird. I said here, I was like, gosh, the lights were a little brighter here. The floor was bright white. You could tell in that first quarter, things were a little off and shaky, but it was fun. It was really fun to travel with the team, be able to spend time, on the bus, at dinner, things like that. So, I'm just trying to enjoy every second of it and continue to get through these tests and hope to keep, playing more and more with this team. It's fun.
Thank you both.
We'll go to Wayne.
Hey, first off, congrats, Shakira, on your career night. Just walk me back from that play with you and Roy on a fast break. Usually it's the other way around. Just talk me through that play.
I feel like I set her up a little too bad. She really had to have a tough finish. But I seen my man was about to commit and, she was running with me. So, I've done that before I pushed the ball. So, it just came natural.
And to Elena, you and Shakira are such a dynamic duo. Have you thought of a nickname for you all, like a little name you call yourselves when you're out there together?
Something to think about.
Definitely something to think about. If you all have suggestions, we're willing to hear them as well. We will be back and like to hear what you have for us.
Okay, sounds good. Safe travels.
Christos.
Hello, ladies. Congratulations on the win, first of all. Firstly, Kira is a good nickname, I guess, for both of you.
What was that? You went out.
Kira.
Ooh, that's like a couple though.
Yeah. It's like a baby.
When you hear Benifer and that.
Yeah, like Brazilina, maybe.
I like you coming out with the first one. Way to be vulnerable.
Right.
That's big.
Well, Elena, I would like to ask you, as one of the most experienced players, as one of the veterans in this league, to see the young generation to make the step up to lead on the floor. How proud do you feel about your younger teammates, especially for Shakira?
So proud. I told her even walking over here, like the things she was doing on the court, it's what I see her doing in pre-practice and post-practice. Like these are the things she comes, she works, she's diligent. So to see it come to fruition in a game and to see her carry us like that is, chills. So proud of her. And, the great thing about her is she knows there's more work to be done and we're all going to do that. But also big night and excited for this team.
And also for you, Shakira, when you drafted from the Mystics, you share your excitement to be alongside Elena. It was nights like this that it was back on your mind when you drafted to play for this team. It was nights like this for you to showing what you're capable of doing and showing your teammates that you deserve to be there.
What was the question? What was the question?
If it was back on your mind, those nights like this.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, just, being out here and just being able to be with a vet like her, watch her every day, pick up on everything that she does. I'm excited. We're just getting started. She's just getting back. So, I'm really excited for the future.
Thank you very much. Keep up.
Thanks.
Patrick?
Yeah, I actually had a question for both of you. What kind of message do you think this sends to the league? I mean, you're starting out 4-1. You haven't had your complete group together yet, but what kind of message do you think it sends to everyone?
I think I'm more about the message it sends to our team, like what we need to lock in on daily, how important our defense is and being consistent with it, how important each and every individual on our team is. And I think that's the biggest thing for us, like focusing inward on us and knowing what this team's about. It's early. You can't get too high and you got to know the things that we're falling back on that's getting us some of these wins and continuing to focus on that and getting better.
And then for Shakira, obviously the Mystics felt highly of you to draft you where they did, and I'm sure you have a lot of confidence in your game and yourself. But I mean, did you see performances like this happening this early? Did you think you were going to get this opportunity this early to do these things, or was it something that you thought would just kind of come along later?
I didn't really have too much of a high expectation on myself. I know I have the talent and, I put in the work. So for me, it's just about the process. Some games you might play 5 minutes, other games you might play 25. I think, coaches and my teammates, they just been on me about just staying ready. That's something I'm just trying to tune into. So, I'm just continuing to be level-headed and, it's on to the next game.
All right. Thank you.
Go to Takashi.
Hello, thank you from Tokyo, Japan. My name is Takeshi Shibata, and I would like to ask you two one question. The last time when I talked to Shakira, you said you've been learning a little Japanese, right? And when I came up with the game recap, the report, one of the Japanese fans tweeted back to me like, "Hey, you guys may be able to create some Japanese play calls so that other teams never understand what you're gonna do."
That's dope.
We struggle sometimes with our
Yeah,
own play calls. I don't know if that's a great idea.
Communicate.
So what do you think about
now, yeah. We'll see.
play callers in Japanese? What do you think about it?
One day, you never know.
We'll see. We still trying to get the communication right. We know I know I have hearing problems, so maybe Japanese is going to be my solution. So we'll see.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank
Congratulations.
All right, y'all. It looks like that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Nothing from Kareem in the room. I'm on deadline. Sorry, y'all.
You're good. Appreciate it. All right. If you guys have a question for Kennedy, just put your hand up. We'll do our best to get to you. We will start with Jen.
Hey, Kennedy, Jen Hatfield with the Next. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you too.
Welcome to the Mystics. Just what has it been like since you got to DC through this game to now?
It's been kind of crazy. But the good part is I'm not as jet lagged as I thought it would be. But I came in to DC on Saturday, and then left the next day for here, and it's just, I don't know, it's just been crazy. But like, I'm surprised that I had the legs and energy to play today, and the fact that the coaches trusted me in the game to play in the game today, it means a lot, you know. And I feel like I've been going hard overseas. I've been working on my game, and I feel like it just showed today. And I feel like there's still more room to grow for me in my game. So,
How much of a chance did you get to learn the playbook, or what was kind of the message from Coach T when he put you in as far as what he wanted you to do tonight?
I mean, when I got to the gym in DC, they literally had a playbook, and I've just been like going through that. I've been looking at the plays, but like when you go in the game, it's mostly just like free play, just like, you know, play basketball, you know. And we're pros, like that's what we do best. And I feel like we did that today, and that's why we got this dub, and our defense showed like how good we could be as a team, you know. So it's fun.
Last thing for me, just generally, how do you feel like you blend with this team? You know, what are you looking to kind of contribute?
I feel like I blend in well. I feel like my defense is something that I take pride in, so I have to just keep having pride on my defense, you know. So, and I feel like in the offensive end, it will show on itself, you know, because defense leads to offense, and I feel like I do that really well. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen.
We will go to Wayne.
Hey, Kennedy, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Coach called you a 6'1" versatile defender. You kind of showed that tonight with your 3 steals. Just what was so well for you on the defensive end tonight?
I feel like my feet are quick, you know, and I use my my wingspan, and like he said, that I use my versatility to the best that I can, you know. But at the same time, I still like, I work hard. Like, I don't just rely on my versatility. I put in the energy to get a stop for my team, you know? So I feel like if I can continue doing that, then we could go a really long way.
And lastly, just even though it's one game in, what excites you about this Washington Mystics squad?
Just the energy. Like when I came into Washington, DC, everyone was just so welcoming. I didn't feel like I was out of place. Everyone was just so nice, and I don't know. I just feel I feel like I fit in pretty well with this team. So I'm excited for the future.
Thank you and safe travels.
Thank you.
And we will go to Patrick.
Hey, Kennedy, just kind of had a similar question. Just what was your kind of impression of the team coming in? Just what you've been able to see in the games before tonight. Just kind of the idea of what you had, as the style of the team was playing and whatnot.
As I mentioned before, the fact that this team just plays free. Like during the game, we rarely call plays. You know, we just play basketball, and I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like that just played a part in how I played today. You know, the fact that I was able to do whatever I wanted, and like it's nice to know that my teammates trusted me in these situations. So the fact that, like, as I said before, it's just playing free, you know? So, yeah.
And what do you know about the DC area? Are you familiar with the DC area? Do you already know kind of spots? Are you leaning on your teammates to kind of show you the ropes?
Not really. I don't know that much about DC. I have to ask them some questions, you know, but I'm excited to explore DC. It's a place I've never really stayed in for a long time. So I'm happy to call DC a new home for me.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Wayne.
And we'll take our last question from Christy.
Welcome to DC, first of all. Great win. But were there any players in particular that kind of helped you with your study of the playbook before the game? What kind of advice did you receive from any of the players?
Well, for me as a player, I don't really like to bother or ask questions. But I feel like everyone played a part in just being open, you know. If I did have a question, they would answer. Like, it didn't matter who I would go to. If it was Elena, if it was Eric Atkins, if it was Natasha, they were just, everyone contributed in that way. So, but as I said before, like, I really don't like ask questions. I'm a visual learner, so I just see and then I just play, you know, so.
Understood. And then lastly for me, just in terms of you saying, you were surprised that you didn't have jet lag and you had your legs under you on your shots. Was that adrenaline, do you think? And what kind of physical advice have you been given to kind of get your body back on sync in terms of time?
I think it was just excitement, and I feel like the crazy part is I didn't touch a basketball for 4 days. I kind of needed my body to rest,
Right.
And I don't know. I guess it was just the excitement of being in the game, being able to play with a new team, and the fact that I've been playing well overseas, and I feel like that just contributed over here. So, I mean, I just got to keep going, So.
That's right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Christy.
All right, Kennedy, looks like you were all set. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.